Stop using this damn lie saying that I'm going to critique the black community. I'm going to talk shit about the black community because I just want the black community to do better. We see right through y'all asses. What about white men who make up the largest share of individuals convicted for SA or child exploitation cases? I never hear y'all talk about that. To all the black men that are sharing this type of stuff about the black community, and I never hear you guys talk about that. Why is that? Why y'all never talk about white women to stop leading in absolute numbers when it comes to welfare and SNAP benefits? Why don't you tell white women to get off government assistance and stop weaponizing those programs against black women? Why I never hear y'all talk about this shit? Interesting. Before the passing of Charlie Kirk, I told you guys I didn't even know who he was until, you know, all of this stuff happened. And like I said, rest in peace to him. But yeah, ever since he passed, there has been a lot of people sharing this type of information, and they always link it towards his talking points. And I'm like, why didn't any of these black conservatives speak up who were supporting Charlie Kirk to say, hey man, this stuff is false? And then to have a black man share something like this without doing the research, I knew it was a problem. So yeah, so when you guys see me responding and reacting to certain, you know, narratives like now in present day, is because of the fact that I didn't know that that young man was spreading this type of information to large crowds with black folks in them, in particular black men in the crowds, and not speaking up on black men's behalf when this type of stuff was shared. And even in these social media spaces, I'm kind of pissed off at black men who consider themselves conservatives, are extreme conservatives, and you guys don't speak up and do the research and be like, hey man, you know what I'm saying? It's cool. We vote for the same people or whatever. I get that. But I need to let you know that this stuff is wrong because I did my research. But that wasn't happening. It wasn't happening. Instead, I get black men sharing this information under my post because they don't like what I uncovered and what they thought was true. So this is a piece of propaganda that is being shared all across the internet about African Americans. Have you guys seen this before? I'll read the talking points. It says, what will happen to the United States if African Americans disappear? It says U.S. population will decrease by 11.3%. The number of employees will decrease by 1.4%. The number of prisoners will be reduced by 48%. The number of gangs and other criminal groups will be reduced by 53%, over half. The country's average IQ will grow by 7.4%, putting the United States in third place in the world along Japan. The average score of SATs in 2016 will rise to 1,100 points. Now it's 1,000. The number of AIDS patients will be reduced by 65%. The number of patients with chlamydia will decrease by 59%. The number of patients with gonorrhea, 69%. Syphilis, 57%. Average annual income will rise by more than, I think this says 20,000. The number of people living in poverty will be reduced by 54%. The number of homeless people will be reduced by 65%. Jesus. The number of welfare recipients will be reduced by 52%. And the U.S. Democratic Party will lose 26% of its voters. Now, all of that stuff that I read, you guys are probably like, man, that's crazy. But I told you before, racist white men created this image, and guess who shared it in response to one of my statistical breakdowns? A black man. All of that shit is false. This is the type of stuff that, you know, it makes me question, what the hell am I doing this for, man? If we gonna have black men share this type of foolery. Does any of that sound true at all? And I get it, man. Y'all so happy to be Republicans and you can be open about it because you got social media. I don't care who you vote for, but don't allow this shit to happen, man. And to share it to where I get a hold of it and now I got to talk about this shit because of y'all, this is stupid. So African Americans make up 13.6 to 14.5% of the U.S. population, depending on what studies you looked at. The Census Bureau 2024. Black men's median income for 2024 was $52,104. Black women was $47,944. Let's see here. Black business ownership, 3 million firms. And then we have black college enrollment is at 2.3 million. That's according to the NCES. And I don't know if you guys, this is a nugget for the black folks and my military folks, veterans, and people who are active, reserve, guard. Black Americans serve in the U.S. military at higher rates per capita than white or Hispanic Americans. Did you guys know that? So basically what that means is that we account for about 13 to 14% of the population. However, our involvement in the United States military is higher than that. It's crazy, right? Did y'all know that? All right, let's continue. Black fathers are the most involved groups of all U.S. fathers per CDC's National Health Statistic reports. That's 2010, 2013, and 2018. And also, mothers corroborated this study as well. If you guys haven't seen that report, I have videos on my channel where you can do the research for yourselves. Okay? Now let's go here. So, they said prisoners reduced by 48%. That is false. Black Americans make up around 38% of the prison population, not 48%, according to the U.S. Bureau of Justice Statistics. Now, I know people are like, man, that's only 10%. Let me put something in perspective for you guys. For the people who are new here, do you know how many people in the United States are incarcerated, i.e. in prison, and any type of jail, confinement, whatever? Do you guys know the total population of people who are currently in prison? If you don't, let me tell you, it's nearly 2 million. 2 million. Okay? So when I say 38% of the prison population, that comes out to a little over 700,000 black men, black women, and juveniles. Okay? 700,000. Do you know how many black people live in the United States? Around 48,000. So if I'm telling you that a little over 700,000 black people are incarcerated right now, what does that mean? That means less than 1% of the black community is incarcerated. So when you guys do these type of breakdowns and you say the prison is over, flooded with black people and there's so many black people in there, I just told you, it's less than 1%. And then if you remove black women, black boys, and all this type of stuff, it's still 3% for black men. Okay? So this is how you put things into perspective when you talk about the black community. Okay? So don't run with the narrative, 38%, that's still... Stop. Okay? What the hell wrong with y'all, man? Now, they said the average IQ will grow by 7.4%. False. IQ averages do not work that way. This is rooted in debunked eugenics rhetoric. I think we covered that. Margaret Sanger, did we cover that? I think I did briefly. I'm going to have to do a deep dive on that so we could discuss that as well. And then poverty, they said poverty will reduce by 54%. False. Black Americans account for about 18 to 19% of people in poverty. So their removal would not cut poverty in half. Criminal groups reduced by 53%. False. The majority of U.S. gangs are Hispanic, about 46%, and white, around 35%, per the National Gang Center. The black community, we account for about, I want to say 26%. Did you guys know that? That may be some new information, because I know y'all, you hear, black folks doing rap songs about gangs and stuff like that, Crips and Bloods. I grew up on that. I'm from California. However, we do not outshine Hispanics and whites when it comes to gang involvement. And I know that's one of the popular talking points among white supremacists and black people who are cowards and don't understand how statistics go. Okay? And they don't do the research for themselves. All right? So it's not true. Even though you may get rap music. I told you guys, I listen to rap music. I've been listening to rap music my whole life. Have I committed any crimes? No. There's a study for that. There's a reason why people can watch scary movies and deletion mysteries and things like that, and not run outside the house and start offing people. The people that do that are crazy. Okay? So yes, it's not because of the rap music. That's stupid. That's the dumbest argument in the world. If that was the case, damn near over half of the US population listen to rap music. I think white folks support rap music the most. Okay? So if you want to use that as an example of why people delete people, then you need to start looking at the white community. It's only fair, right? Shut up. God, dog. What's the hell wrong with people? Oh my God. Okay. Let's keep going. AIDS, STDs reduced by 65+%. False HIV and STD rates are driven by a mix of socioeconomic, geographic, and access to healthcare factors, not race itself. I've covered these topics ad nauseum. You guys know that I work in the field. I've been working in the public health field for about 20 years now. It's about to be 20 years in October, okay? And that's both in the military and currently in the civilian world. This is my field. So any black person that continue to share this type of propaganda, against black men and black women is stupid. What's wrong with y'all? All right. Average income rises $20,000. Impossible, removing 40+ million black Americans. Many middle and upper income workers would shrink the GDP and national income. I don't know how they got that. It's some delayed folks over there. Democratic Party loses 26% of its voters. False. Black voters make up about 13 to 14% of the Democratic electorate, and that's per Pew Research, not 26%. So again, I don't know where they got this information from. And just to be clear on the prison stuff, here you go. Lord, share of the black population, about 13%. Share of incarcerated population that is black, 38%. And you can look this up on the Prison Policy Initiative or the Bureau of Justice. And then share of black population, 1.5%. Share of black men, 3%. Make sense? What that means. To put that in perspective, total incarcerated population, 2 million. Black people, 740,000. Total black population, 48 million. That means 1.5% of all black Americans are incarcerated at any given time. Or stated differently, 98.5% of black Americans are not incarcerated. And then if you focus only on black men, roughly 3% of black males are confined, meaning about 97% are free and living in the community. Okay? All right. So I just wanted to clear that up so I can clip this up. And of course, I'm going to go to the Clock app and I'm going to post this over there because that seems to be a hot spot for people getting mad at the statistics that I post. I don't know why you mad. You should be happy that I'm clearing all this stuff up. What I don't understand about, in particular, black men sharing this type of foolery. It's like some extreme black male Republicans, it seemed like y'all are performing for white racist conservatives just to prove that you're one of the good ones. And I don't understand that. Y'all out here wearing MAGA hats and pushing division within the black community, proud to spread racist propaganda, yet too lazy to do the actual research for yourselves. It makes y'all look ignorant as hell. That's not strength, man. That's being a coward. All right? I don't care who you vote for or what side you lean toward. But the next time you agree with or share a meme, fact check it first, okay? That's all you have to do. Again, I don't care who the hell y'all vote for. Don't make no difference to me. But stop using this damn lie saying that I'm gonna critique the black community, I'm gonna talk shit about the black community because I just want the black community to do better. We see right through y'all asses. That's you lying. You just using it as a springboard to gain a bigger audience from white folks. Because I never see y'all talk about where white people at. You just talk about black people and you're trying to use it under the guise of I just want to see the black community do better. What about white men who make up the largest share of individuals convicted for SA or child exploitation cases? I never hear y'all talk about that. These crimes are often weaponized to stereotype black men. That double standard needs to be addressed to all the black men that are sharing this type of stuff about the black community. And I never hear you guys talk about that. Why is that? Why y'all never talk about, why you don't want white women to stop leading in absolute numbers when it comes to welfare and SNAP benefits? Why don't you tell white women to get off government assistance and stop weaponizing those programs against black women? Why I never hear y'all talk about this shit? Interesting. So before you fix y'all dumbass mouths to say that you want the black community to do better, let me hear you say something about the statistics that I just told you about about white people. Because I never hear y'all talk about that. Why is that? Yeah, I know the game. I know what y'all doing. You ain't no brother of mine, man. Y'all are embarrassment, bro. Embarrassing. Disgusting, man.